Good morning, winners. Happy Tuesday to you. This morning I want to go a little further with this meme about China and the fact that China is now looking to make major investments into crypto. They're telling their people to do the same, all those things we've talked about recently. And I think one of the plays we're going to see, actually two of the plays that I think we're going to see, are going to be Neo and Quantum, or Qtum, however you want to pronounce it. From the Neo perspective, we had a nice little pump, and now I think a little rest. By the way, notice that the pump, let's blow that out some. Notice that the pump actually every single day got higher and higher volume. That is a really good sign. 3 marching soldiers on the daily with increasing volume, now a rest, and I think you're fixing to see it go higher. How high? We'll talk about that a little bit, but let's go back in time a little bit. Let's see if we can blow this out. Here we go. Back in 2018, we had a green box over here to be buying starting in that $9 to $8 region. It came all the way down to $5, but it had come from 198 on this chart. Other charts went to 240. Okay, so when you have a $200 price point and you're buying it at $9 or $10, you're literally buying it in the last 5% of the move. We bought again and averaged in the $5, $6 region, and then it went all the way up to $24. So most people would have probably had around a $7 Neo price point. I've had a few people ask me, and I want to just cover this now on this chart. I've had a few people ask me, hey, how come when Neo went up here, we didn't take profits? I thought we were swing traders. Well, we are swing traders, but we're the kind of swing traders that we wait for a big move. So for example, let's just say we had entered Neo here and it went to here and you got out right there. And you said, wow, I got into Neo down here at 10 cents and we got out at 60 cents, 500% return. Yeehaw! And then while you were out and celebrating your 500% gain, it goes to $1.80. And then you chase it, and then it pulls back to here and you go, oh crap, it's all the way back to, it's dropped $1. It's just 70 cents. Man, I'm going to get out while I still got profit. And then it takes off and goes here to 13. So my point is that as a swing trader that literally is looking for more of the macro move, we're looking for a move much, much larger than to go up from $7 to 24. Okay, we're looking for a move much, much larger, and we're looking to count our waves. Here on this move here, the waves were very evident. Let's draw them in for you. So from here, it went to there. It did this, a simple 2. Then it did 5 waves here, a complex 4, and then it did 5 more waves here and finished out with a blow off 5th wave. So there's your 5 waves. That's a 3-day chart. So far, we've had this move up here. And this move up here, man, it's almost ABC-ish. Almost. Because you really can't, the waves are overlapping each other. Like if this was 1, back to 2, and this was 3, 4 overlapped 1. and then you had a rise here. I mean, there's certainly 5 waves here, but not in Elliott wave formation. So I don't 100% know. We may be starting literally wave 1 of a much bigger wave right here. Now, one thing I want to point out to you guys, I want you to notice that the volume on this 3-day chart, look, you can't even see it. There we go. There it is. So you can see it, and it's rather large, but look. You know, the kind of volume we're looking for a big move, even when this move started, look down here in February and March of 17, you could at least see the candles. So again, what we're looking for when we're looking at the time to exit our trade, we're looking for volume candles that are bigger than this. And they will be this time. They will be bigger than this. There's more people trading, more people holding, more people involved in crypto now than there was back in 17. And this move, let's just say it started here, April of 17, ended in January. That was an entire year's worth of movement. Entire year almost. So 9 months. So I'm anticipating if this was 1 and this is 2, or maybe this is 2, okay? Maybe it even goes down here and finishes and then we go up and that's 2. But the point is that if all that takes place, when we start out to a new run, I'm anticipating that run not being 8 months long, 9 months long, probably more like 6 months long. Because if this is 1, the next move up is 3. And if we get a 3, it'll move faster and harder in 3 than it did in 1. I think you follow my logic there. Now, if we went from literally pennies to $200, where can we go from $5? I think we can go a long ways, and let's plot that out just a little bit. I think $700 or $800 is probably a pretty decent target, but let's see if we can get some Fibonacci in there. Yeah, so I would anticipate NEO to go minimum the 3.618. Minimum 3.618. That's 752. So I would do a target, literally an initial target of exiting a swing trade $700 to $750. Now again, we would have to watch the candlestick patterns, watch our momentum indicators, look for divergence 3 times, and we can put that together. But I would think that an initial target, just an initial target for exiting some of our positions we have in this area. And I told you guys last week, when Bitcoin crashed right here, let's just blow that out. When Bitcoin crashed right here last week, I told you guys, I'm buying. And I told you what I was buying: NEO, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash. Right here, I bought another 4,000 NEO. Okay, and it was all in that, I think my average price was $7.12. Was my average price. And so, you know, when NEO doubles its price point and goes almost to 14, let's see, 13.75, and you're in at 7, and you have 4,000 or 5,000 of them that you just bought, yes, it is tempting to want to sell. But I'm not a day trader anymore. I don't need any money. I don't need money for anything. So, you know, when you turn around and you have that kind of gain that fast, you guys can do the math. I was going to do the math for you, but sometimes when I do that, people say I'm bragging. I'm not bragging. I'm just sharing with you. It is what it is. Your portfolio, some of you, your portfolio is already in the millions. Some of you, it's in the hundreds of thousands. Some of you, it's in the tens of thousands. And some of you, it's in the thousands. It's a process. So again, it's not bragging, it's just me wanting to say to you, hey, do the math here. When you put that kind of money in over here and next week it's double, yes, it's tempting to want to sell that. But that is not why I got in. Remember, plan your trade, trade your plan. Okay? So anyway, I think that on NEO we can be looking at easily that 7 to 750 area as an initial target. And if I had to put a time limit on that, I would say potential by the close of this year. Potentially by the close of this year. Certainly by the March time frame. And actually, if we get pushed out into March, I'm going to be looking for a bigger target than that. Because if we get pushed out into March, here's what I think would happen. I think we would, finish out a 1, maybe up to here, and then do a 2 pretty quickly. And then let's say this is by the end of the year, here. Then you're going to have a pullback of something like that. And then your push out into March could be, as I say, all day $1,200, $1,300 out into March. So we would actually start a whole new Fibonacci off of this retracement. And that would give us our price points up to 1,300. So anyway, prices are still, in my opinion, unbelievably cheap. If you don't have NEO, if you're looking to add some NEO, I'm going to give you a target right now. Let's break this 3-day down into 2-hour candles. And let's make it bigger. Here we go. Let's put a Fibo on here. I'm going to guess $9.50 to $10. Yeah, possibly as low as $9.30 even. But if all we do is get a 50% retracement here off of this move before it goes up again, that would be 10, a little blowover would be about $9.50. If we came all the way down to the 618, would be $9 to $9.30. So let's just say between $9 and $9.50. Something like that. If a person was looking to add, I would look to add right there. And it looks like the breakdown will happen. Look, we're already testing through the bottom of these candles. So you had here, this came down and tested underneath the line and then closed above it. And now here, if this closes down into that wick somewhere on this next 2-hour candle or the next couple, I think you'll see it drift on down to here. And like I say, somewhere in this region, a person could be adding. I did all my adding last week. You know, what have I taught you from the very beginning since we started working together? Buy the fear, sell the greed. The fear was here. When this dropped, boom, all the way down into the $6. Well, actually it dropped before that. This drop right here. It was trending along here and it dropped down to about $8.50 and then boom, the bottom fell out all the way down into the 6s. All that happened on the day that Bitcoin dropped and did its big drop. Okay. And let's see, continue to went up on good volume. So anyway, that's NEO. I'm going to do a little less time on QDM. But we will look mostly for targets on QDM. And let's do a little bit bigger chart here, maybe 3-day or weekly. Yeah. Let's do weekly. I think you'll be able to see a lot more that way. Okay. Well, I can't get rid of that. When you're screen sharing, just so you guys know, when you're screen sharing or when you're doing screen record, sometimes there's stuff that doesn't work. So we had a move here. This is not showing us all of it, but if you go back to my trading modules that I did in 2017, I think it was on trading module 2, intro to trading. Every module I did, I gave out a bonus coin. The first one was PPT. I think the second one was QDM. Everybody bought QDM at $2.75. And boom, it ran up to 85 bucks. Everybody bought PPT for $1.70, some of them $1.12. Boom, it ran up in 20-something days to also 85 bucks. Some charts hit 97. So from there, we can probably easily plot a target here. I would go on QDM a minimum of 1.68, maybe 2.618. So I'm actually going to put a box between those two. And I'm going to also do that potentially by the end of the year. So there's the box. Now again, we'll just have to look at it. And when we look at it, we will, we'll look at our momentum indicators, just like I've been talking to you guys about. We'll look for divergence. We'll look for the volume to start to fall off, blah, blah, blah. All this is, depending on Bitcoin continuing to break out and making its move, and I believe it is. I believe that all of November, and based on my evaluation, a big portion of December, I think Bitcoin will move up. And then I think we'll have a resting period, maybe let's say starting around Christmas, all the way through January, and then February and March, I think that crypto will run again. So if all that happens, I'm looking for this by the end of this year, because Bitcoin would have definitely made a new all-time high, right? If Bitcoin made a new all-time high, I expect all these will as well. And that gives us a high point of 210 and a low point of 130. So an $80 spread. But like I say, we'll find what it's doing when it gets there. Notice here that as you try to draw out, and this may be a personality trait of the fact that these are Asian. Okay, notice right there. And I've told you guys, I've seen this in the past where wave 4 will overlap wave 1 in crypto. I've seen it a lot, and it still is a 5-wave pattern. But man, I'll tell you, it sucks because this is not normally what you're looking at. You're not normally seeing Elliott wave patterns totally disregard, hundreds of years worth of trading. But if for example, they are allowing the trading to take place at times, you could see this, because this is human emotion. This is people going, oh my gosh, get out, get out. And it goes way down, right? They're trying to capture all their profit. There's a limited supply, a limited amount for trading. And so I've seen this. I've pointed this out to you guys. I've seen wave 4 come over the top of wave 1 a lot in crypto and still finish a wave 5. But isn't it interesting that another Asian crypto looks exactly like NEO? So anyway, guys, I would say to you as a undercursor, last week or a few days ago, we said all eyes on Ethereum. Now I'm saying to you not to take your eyes off Ethereum, but in addition to that, all eyes on NEO in particular and Quantum secondary. You guys have a good rest of your Tuesday. I will talk at you very, very soon.